I managed to ruin this special moment for Yasir by getting the camera the wrong way around and taking a rather blurry picture of my own face. When choosing a best man, Yasir said he wanted someone with impeccable wit, with incisive intellect and overwhelming charisma to woo the crowd. Needless to say, the search continues. In the meantime, I'll fill in. If the stag do is anything to go by, this speech will be punctuated by frequent drunken heckling. But as I haven't had a boot thrown at me yet, I can only assume early signs are good. I remember my sister asked me how she looked on her wedding day. I told her that I thought I'd seen her dress on an episode of My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. Needless to say, this is not a mistake one makes twice. I would like to say to Steph that you look absolutely fantastic today. And Yasir, you look like you normally do. Second prize in a village raffle. You haven't always made the best choices in life, Yasir. As you alluded to, trying to bring back the mullet was one of them. Picking a fight with a bouncer the size of a troll another. But we can all agree, your choice of bride was perfect.
Wow.
Yasir and I have been friends for as long as I can remember, and over that time he's always been there for me. I remember especially him being there for me when I had my first car crash. Of course, he was the one who's driving. He reported to his insurance company that the accident had been entirely the fault of the other party involved, that his beloved D-Turbo had been hit from a funny angle, completely out of the blue. Seemed reasonable enough until you learned that the other party involved was actually a tree. It may interest you to know that Yasir spent huge swathes of his time trying to build a masculine physique. I know, it's hard to believe. But trust me, countless hours have gone into creating the man in front of you. Despite this, today he still had to get his shirt specially made because he's so skinny. One of his former teachers remarked that if he turned sideways, he'd be forced to mark him absent. Steph even commented that Yasir had to run around in the shower in order to get wet. Last year, Yasir tried to make up for this lack of size by growing a moustache for November. I can tell you that the resulting barcode on his upper lip was the envy of many a 12-year-old boy. Despite having the body of a fetus, Yasir has never been one to shy away from a fight. In fact, as we've already mentioned, he once enrolled himself for a white-collar boxing match. His opponent remarked that in the first round he had really worried him. He thought he'd killed Yasir. I have to say, I thought him a very colourful fighter. Black and blue, mostly. As well as boxing, Yasir has also played rugby on and off, most often for the Cook Rugby Club Second 15. He told me each week he would be snapping necks and cashing checks. From watching him play, I've learned a great deal more about dropping catches and losing matches. He made his biggest contribution, however, to the Cook First 15. He never played for them. I have to say, I'm surprised that Yasir can love anything without four wheels and a gear stick. Yasir won't mind me telling you that in his life he's had considerably more cars than he's had women. He's spent an obscene amount of time tinkering under the bonnet of rusted out relics. But his efforts to date have not filled me with confidence. For example, he's the only man I know who's had a wheel fall off whilst cruising down the Lisburn Road. I wouldn't quit the day job, assume. The only time I saw him construct something useful was once after a night out. After having one too many strawberry daiquiris in the Kremlin nightclub, Yasir took a taxi home by himself. Finding that he had forgotten his keys, he proceeded to stack up wheelie bins in order to make a shelter for himself. Surprisingly, this actually afforded him sufficient shelter to get a bit of shut-eye before his mates returned. And to this date, I've never seen a nicer looking bin fort. Still, I hope his honeymoon accommodation is a bit more made in Chelsea and a bit less born survivor. During his time at university, Yasir devoted himself wholeheartedly to his studies.